Welcome to this series where we are playing Reforged Eden 111 for Empyrion Galactic Survival. In the last part, we continued with our requirement to explore the beta system. We came to beta 4, and of course this is a dead planet. And in the process, we found the unfinished escape rocket, where I started work on rebuilding this capital vessel. You can see I've made quite a lot of progress. What I've done is I've extended the input a little bit, but I can't. But the trouble is the input is on the side of the ship where there's not that much space. In fact, I think it's on this side. I think this is the input one here. If we come in here, yeah. So in order to be able to expand out this way, what I'm going to need to do is, how can you say, is actually come out and take away some of these blocks and expand out this way. But to do that, we're going to need to do a little bit more extra work to improve the actual thing. In fact, what I'm going to do is I am going to retrieve these blocks. Let me just retrieve them into main storage. Now main storage has been expanded to just nearly 300,000. You can see down here. And the other one also is I've expanded the ammo box as well, and that's the texture on the floor here. I've extended the ammo that way. Actually, I'm just going to pull these and retrieve these. And you can see behind it we've got some more oxygen tanks. And what I would really like to do is move the oxygen tanks. The other thing also, I've started to tidy up this area and open up an entrance here so that we can move the thrusters. But I'm still a bit concerned because what to do with everything else that we can get from the unfinished escape rocket, because I'd really like, and I was starting to think about a mothership, and whether that is going to be this ship or another ship was on my mind. And this is where I'd like to, as usual, to say a big thank you for all your comments and feedback, especially from Skadon Allen, who actually posted a comment suggesting that I go for the Wayfarer ST2. Now this is a ship by Jeff Randall, and you can see here, and I can't remember if I've actually used it. I've used the Wayfarer ST. I'm not sure if I've ever built the Wayfarer S2. So I really like that idea because as he pointed out, that this ship's got a very powerful upgrade path. So what I did is I went into creative mode to see whether I could dock this capital vessel onto the top of the Wayfarer, and it does work. So what we've got now is the potential to have a exploration CV and a mothership, which can then be expanded. Which one will take which role, as I've got no idea whatsoever. So in this part, if we go back to the workshop, what we're going to do is actually start stripping down the unfinished escape rocket to get the necessary resources to be able to kind of build this ship. You can see it's going to take 3 hours, but so that's what I want to do, and I've got no idea how long this is actually going to take. So but I would like to get it done in this part, because obviously I think one of the big problems we're going to have, and it may result in us having to go to another planet, is carbon substrate. But I have pulled up those carbon substrate blocks here. I think there's also, I think I did pull up quite a lot of there. I don't know how much carbon substrate I've got in the input. We got 4,025. The problem is, to make carbon substrate, we need plant fibers and stone dust, and we've got plenty of stone dust. The problem is going to be plant fibers. Now I've got 379 logs, but it's still going to be a little bit of an issue. Now the other thing also you see here is I've looted out all the cargo boxes in the unfinished escape rocket, and what I'm doing at the moment is just tidying up some of the ore that has been kind of knocked around a bit. Actually, it looks like the carbon ingots, what's it? 50. How's it? 10 is 50. Probably need to make another 30 copper here, and I'm just shoving it back to there. And you can see I've also queued up 2 advanced thrusters. Now I don't know if I've got the resources to be able to do these, but I want to possibly try and get them on the ship, because the ship is very sluggish now because of the weight. So that is going to be another potential problem. And of course, another thing about the Wayfarer ST2 is it's got provision for grow plots, but it doesn't have any grow plots in it. And again, just to show you, you can see there's nothing in there. In fact, I might as well put the 5 wood planks in while we're at it. I've got 121 of those, so might as well put the wood planks in, because, oops, didn't mean to do that. Because the wood planks are a bit of an oddity, and they don't kind of work very well, so we'll put those, get those in there. So what we're going to do is, whoops, go down. Also need some food as well. Some strange reason, I'm not sure why, but I seem to be going through a lot of food very quickly. So we can't stay on this planet too long. I think to start with, we'll get the kind of main stuff out the way. So we're just going to jump in the ship here. Turn the thrusters on. Don't need the shields. And we're going to climb up to, I think what I wouldn't mind is those antennas. I've got a feeling that what's going to be important is going to be the, let's make sure we're on main storage. So you can put those there. Actually, no. I think it's going to be the small stuff that's going to be the important stuff, if that makes sense. We'll take the antennas off the top here. Oh yeah, we got little dinky little lights here. And of course, inside of these kind of these here, we come into here. We've got these containers that are full of fuel. And one way you can do it, because they stack on top of each other, and I'm not sure, is it? There's some in here as well, if I'm correctly, yep. But what I'll do is I will empty those out off camera, guys, because it is a bit of a long, tedious process getting all the fuel out of these. Oops, I've done it. Exactly what I was trying to avoid. You can fiddle around a little bit and get what you're looking for, but what I tend to do is, because this is such a long, drawn-out process, I tend to kind of take them apart in stages. Anyway, I'm getting distracted, which is not unusual for me. I think we're going to need a little bit more height, because the first thing I'd like to pull out is if we come opposite, I think it's just here, if we come here and we take out these shutters, in here we're going to have the, well, got a thingy bob here, take this out as well. Might as well do this while we're at it. Now, I know the Wayfarer has got a warp drive in it and needs a pentaxic tank, so we might as well take those out. Fuel tank. We've got loads of large fuel tanks in here. I've already taken out all the fuel. Yep. I think I did that in the last part. And we've also got large RCSs we can put in. We've got a CPU extender improved. Now I'm not going to put that into the workshop. We've got a couple of large generators. That should make a difference. Take those out. Large fuel tanks. In fact, the rate I'm going, we're probably going to have enough to do a lot of what we're going to put into the ship, just by cleaning out this area here. O2 station. I'm looking for anything that's carbon composite in here as well, because as I say, the big problem is going to be carbon composite. So the more of this I can take, the better. We're probably going to have to leave loads and loads of steel blocks. As I already mentioned, I've already emptied all these. I don't really need the what we call it, the cargo containers. Take those out. So it's going to be a bit of a contradiction in terms that what I really want is stuff with carbon composite in it. I think we've kind of emptied up. We'll take the terminal consoles and the LCD as well. All this stuff is probably more useful than anything else, actually, to be honest. Okay, I think we've probably got enough to be going. Oops, sorry about that. Probably got enough to be going on with. I'm going to put in the jump drive. We're certainly going to need a protected tank. Put that in there. Put the consoles in. We've got 46 carbon composite blocks need to go in. The force shields could be useful. Put the antennas in and the LCD screens. We certainly don't want to lose that extender. I'll put it up there so it's out of the way. We got anything else? Oh, I'm gonna put about 8 of those in as well. Right, so if you watch as I put this in, that's gonna make a difference. That's gonna make a difference. You see, we've already now got the titanium requirements. And we got 100 from that. We got 100 from those. Carbon composite. See, the carbon composite really pushes that up. Force shields, that's pushed up the Neo. LCDs. Now, if you watch these big fuel tanks, though, that's done all the cobalt. The Neo's not really doing its stuff at the moment, but I think we might get the Neo from. I mean, I've got Neo stashed up anyway. Where are the RCSs? I've pulled out some RCSs. There we are. We've got 8 RCSs. I think I will get rid of those cargo boxes that I've already picked up. I think we'll put some thrusters in as well, actually, come to think of it. So again, if we go back to here, if I put these in, you can see that's pushed up the RCSs. That's going to get rid of that. And I think the thrusters is going to push up the Neo. They got that straight over the top, 15 thrusters. So now we're down to the basics, which is iron, silicon, copper, and carbon substrate. Now, of course, one thing you can do is that if you really want to take all these valuable resources, and if you're, I mean, there is an argument you can make is that by putting all the lots and lots of resources in the workshop, it means that you can make other things as well. We've got a couple of advanced construct. Oops, cannot pick up for. We're outside of range, so again, let me just. We'll pick that up. Yeah. All right, we're gonna have to kind of scope. No, don't do that. We'll take the advanced constructors, sentry guns, anything else here. Right, we got a couple of these. It's got some capacitors in. Is there? We'll take the O2 station. That might have some. So we'll take those out. Got some shutter doors here. Again, armor lockers. A little bit disappointing. Okay, I think that's about all we can take this way. We'll just lift the ship up. what we're going to do is we're going to go round, because the actual booster tank here has often got a lot more stuff in it as well, including what we call it. Actually, it's the main structure. Right, we've got loads of antennas on the top. These will have carbon substrate in, and we've got some O2 tanks here as well. Right. That can go in. Shove that in as well. Shove that in there. Shove that in. O2 station. What's that there? Emergency life support. Don't. We'll put in the 3. What we call it? 2. Just slowly pushing up the carbon substrate. Right. Now, again, we're just going to take off these antennas. I'm sure they've got. We'll take the O2 tanks as well. Some medium fuel tanks. I'll take these off. Take that, take that, take that, take that, take that. And then we'll just go into here. Don't really want that. I think if we go down, somewhere in here is the grow plots. Certainly wouldn't mind those. Now, we're not going to put these in the workshop. What these are going to be is what we're going to need to put in the ship once we've actually built it. Need to keep an eye on the actual load on the ship. So we're just going to take out the grow plots. I think each level of these is 8 grow plots. So, and of course, a normal grow plot is 9. But we've still got other grow plots that have been around. Like, we've got some fridges in here as well. We've got some cooking. Again, it's this low level stuff that's got a repair bay as well. Right. Back to here. We'll put the fridges in. Get that. Put the antennas in. Grow plots we can't do anything about. Food processor, oxygen tanks, the medium fuel tanks as well. Put that up there, put that there. I think this game, is actually sorting things out for me at the moment, which is not very helpful. I'm going to keep the repair bay because we may need that thing. So I don't think that had much impact. It's a little bit of impact. You see, it won't be long before we have enough iron ingots in. Just put those in. We've got up to 6,000. Okay, I think we'll put in the. So we're creeping up on the 2 ones, as you can see here. It is going to be the copper substrate. We'll take the antenna off the top here, and then what we'll do is go back down. Steel large blocks, don't really want the steel. Don't want anything like that. Take you out, 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 take the RCS. Large fuel tank again. I think maybe the RCSs might be more useful. Certainly the computer terminals. I'm going to leave the fuel tanks for the moment. Of course, we've still got thrusters to take out the bottom as well. I think what I'm going to do now is we're just going to drop down right to the bottom. Whoops. Oops. Easy. You can see SV is a little bit overloaded. Right, well, shove some of this stuff into the workshop. Antenna. Okay, we're going to keep. Actually, I think we're in range of the NCS now. Where is main storage? We'll put that in main storage. We've got 9 large fuel tanks at the moment. Got the CPU extender. Put the hydroponics in. Put that in there as well. Right. Put F2. Just keep shoving this stuff in. Right, so we're now down to just silicon and carbon substrate. Eventually what will happen is we will get to a point where we won't be able to, how can you put it? The only thing the game will accept is items with carbon substrate in them. What am I connected to? The Merc at the moment. I think we'll go back to main storage on the so main storage, because of course what we've got under here is thrusters. They're only medium thrusters, but take those and should be another one on this side. And if for reference, if you come in here, these actual fuel tanks kind of match up with the or these fuel loot boxes. Come there. Now, one thing you can do if you're really quick is intercept these on the way through. But you've got to be quick. What I will do is, while I'm at it, I think this ship is running low on fuel, so we might as well use these up to fill the ship up. This can go into fuel and oxygen, and what else have we got here? Main storage. Okay, we're just going to put these in. And we got a ventilator. Might put a little bit in. I think we're 2 of those in. Where's the RCSs? No, or are they in? Let me just see if they're. No, it's not in the container controller in there. But actually, we can put some of those oxygen tanks in as well. I would like to keep the hangar doors if necessary, and the large generators. Something tells me we might actually need them. We'll put the oxygen tanks in. That pushes that up. Put that in there. Put those in. That's going to push that up. I mean, now obviously we've still got to find the necessary. So I'm just going to bring the ship back over here, because I would like to do the fix for the ship. So let me just I really do want those big thrusters on the back. Let me just look at the input. Alright, the thrusters should have been made by now, and they should be in here. Either that, or I didn't have enough resources to make them. Yeah, we've got the large thrusters. So I think the next thing I want to do is, well, I better fill up some oxygen actually. Let me just turn this off. Just stand in here Still haven't got the oxygen. Very thing I came in for, I forgot all about. And now if I come to here and pick these up, what you'll see is these are 2x4x2, and they've actually got a CPU of 40,000. If I show you the current CPU on the ship here, you can see that's 80,000. That's going to take us very closely to the 625, but of course on the positive side, we will be able, we can take these thrusters out. And now the question is, I want to put the thrusters here. This won't be their permanent home, but we're going to take you out. Take you. Oops, thank you. You can see what we've got here is the back of the warp drive there. I'm going to take out these and that. Now I'm going to need these steel blocks. So we got 2x2 there. Take that out. And then if I pick up, oh, we got the thrusters already. What am I on about? Now, if I that should be on that side. So we've got two thrusters here, but of course you can see that they're a little bit exposed, which is a bit of an understatement. But and if we go to the CPU now, you'll see we're it's not too bad actually, because of course I took the medium thrusters out, so we were not as bad as I thought I would be. Devices, just auto group them. Then of course it means we can turn off the thrusters. Don't want them consuming fuel. Now of course these are going to be very, very exposed, so what we're going to need to do is retrieve these blocks here like that, and of course we're going to have to take out that block there and that block there, go underneath. We got this kind of block attached in there, and it's going to be there. Game work. I'm not too worried about the steel blocks at the moment, simply because this will be eventually rebuilt again, so it's not like this is going to be a permanent solution. So we got that there. Now we do have a problem with that junction there, but I think we'll go underneath first. Does that come out one more? Yeah, so that can come out one more. That brings this side out. I think for this point of view, we'll just go put you there. So it's going to look very, very ugly, but at the moment it's about just kind of getting things in place so that the ship is serviceable. So we kind of got this kind of area here. I think what I will do now is I'll keep that, get rid of that, get rid of you, and then we'll get back to oops, you go out this way, can't I? We're going to get some hardened steel blocks from the there, and Actually, we just take some blocks out of here. I think what I will do is put those there. Of course, these are large blocks actually. Let me just, these can go into, these are large thrusters, so I don't really want to waste them. We got 2 large thrusters, 2 medium thrusters from this. If I get back to player, main storage, hook to that there. Yeah, I've got a potential location for the large thrusters, which is over here, so that we may have a bit more lateral thrust, although we may need to use it to get some lift because we are piling up the weight on the ship. So that is another factor that we need to take into consideration. And I'm just going to stand here and we're just going to pull the blocks out of here. Again, they're just going to be ordinary steel blocks, so I'm just going to take the fuel. Take that. See if we can. It's a capacitor, and just do the last one. Pick fuel out on the way through. Just keep clearing it out. Of course, there's another big column, or 2 big columns of fuel which can be taken out as well. That's concrete blocks. Not really interested in that. Oops. Nearly missed that one, but we got it. I think I've got enough steel blocks to be going on for working at the back of the ship. So just get back here. And we'll just come here. And we'll take off that block there. Kind of opened up this area here, but there's not much we can do about it. We'll take off you, and you. As I say, I will tidy this up eventually, but at the moment it's just going to be the matter of encasing the ship in something that kind of, because I think it's quite important. Actually, we've got some hardened steel blocks here. It's quite important when you're building or remodeling bases, or especially capital ships. It pays just to get them what you'd call the basics in place to begin with. Then worry a little bit about the what you could call the detail. Is probably the best way to describe it. And what you tend to find is that the detail drops in over time. Put you there. We've got a few more blocks there, so I put you across the top like that. Across. We can just pad this area in with fill this area in. Just put you there. Put you there. And put you there. That kind of leaves a little bit of a kind of depression there, but we could possibly sort that out by taking out that, and then just dropping in a couple of blocks just like that. So that kind of fills in this area here, and then what we can do then is put you in like that, and round like that, and that. We've already done the bottom, so all we got to do now is is it that one? I can never remember this one. It's yeah, that can go there. It's not the exact block because it chops off on there. I mean, but it will do for the moment. As I say, it will. It's something that we can fill in later on. I think that's going to be good. Basically, what I'm looking for is an operational ship at the moment, not an elegant ship, because eventually I think I might actually build a landing pad on the back here. But we've now got those thrusters on the back. Right. Trim off, close that. We can go put this in. Whoops. And this can go into input. Kind of thinking, let me just check something. Devices, core systems. At the moment we've only got one CPU extender improved. I think we can have up to 5, isn't it? Let me just check. No, we can only have 2. Then we've got to go to CPU extender. I think what I will do is we're going to queue up another improved extender. I'm just going to build that. We've got the Arbitronics bridges here, so I think the extra CPU will be quite useful. Right, what we're going to do now is just have a look at what is. There's another CPU extender improved on there. We've still got a lot more food processors. Turrets. We've still got another warp drive. I think what we'll do is we'll pick up that warp drive. Where's my SV gone? There it is. What I'm looking for now is stuff that I can, well, stuff that we can get the CPU for. Or the carbon substrate. But at the same time, I'm looking for anything that will I can use to upgrade, because one of the things we're going to have to do is upgrade the Wayfarer eventually. So, but the warp drive could be useful. Right, this is where we're going to have to be a little bit careful, because it's going to say inventory full, cannot pick up. Yes. And we actually, well, we're in range of the thingy bob, so we're actually in range of the CV, so that's good. That means we can work inside of here, take the pentaxid tank and the large fuel tanks. We'll just strip out blocks and anything else. Got a biomedical chamber, take the ventilators, because of course they will help. Don't need the doors. Just keep working in and out of here. Running out of food again. I'm not seeing anything else in here. Don't really need walkways. Actually, while I'm actually thinking about it, guys, actually I think I've got food in the fridge on the what is it, the MX5 fridge. What we got in here? We have some can of beans. and actually do lots of canned meat as well, just to show you the what we call it. If anyone who's not done the unfinished escape rocket, I'll just show you the other columns of fuel that needs to be taken out. If you come back here, what you'll see is that you've got this grill here. You can shoot your way through, or it's a walkway, but you've got concrete blocks. And then you come round here, you see there's a whole column of these things which are full up of fuel as well. Another object in the spawn area, okay. And one way you can do this is just work your way up in the steps like this. You won't get to the top on this. You can get a fair number doing it this way. Like that. And of course we can find the way out. Where's the exit? It's around here, isn't it? Go across to here. There's a whole raft of them here as well. That's useful. There's a whole lot there, but what I'll do is I'll take all those out off camera, guys, because it's worth it, but it's incredibly tedious. And I think we've still got thrusters in here that we can pull out. I think the thrusters are higher up. I think if we go up, I think the thrusters are at the little level. I think if we come here, there they are. We're not going to have a shortage of thrusters. And there's more here. I think that takes out all the thrusters. For the just close up the fuel tanks. We've done the warp. We've got the turrets. We've got a core wireless computer terminal. We've still got a load of hydroponics lamps, which we could probably make ourselves. Still got a load of fuel tanks. I certainly would want that CPU extender, but you can see we have wiped out all the thrusters. So I'm sure this used to have more CPUs, but we will pick up. Okay, we're outside the logistics area now, so we're gonna have to switch to the container controller. I certainly want the CPU extender. We'll just go into here. There it is. And there's the basic extender as well. Take the ventilator, because I think that might have some carbon substrate in it. And then I think if we go down to where is it? Come into here. We've got a whole raft of stuff in here that might have some carbon substrate in. Food processor, fridges, oops, some biofuel, more fridges. Seems a bit odd, really, to have to scavenge around for stuff. Let's say medical devices. What's that there? We've got a bed that might have some carbon. Console. And then we've got some more O2 tanks in here. I think it's the O2 and an RCS there. These big fuel tanks are useful. We've got hydroponics lamps there, which we're going to need for the farm. Take that. That's we've already done. And you see we got a whole load of grow plots here. I don't know how much space we got. Oh, we got a little bit of space. Take these out as well, because of course we're going to need these for the Wayfarer. There's another. I see it's there. Just keep an eye on. I think we'll stop there because the ship's probably going to get overloaded again. Whoops, a daisy. I think I'm right on top of the. Okay, we're offload. Aha. Right, first things first, we'll shove this into the workshop. Anything that may have the carbon cut substrate block, that's good. The large O2 tanks, food processors, fridges, the RCSs, the main storage, that can go in there, keep that. Press F2. Just keep pushing this out. So you can see we're not even halfway through to getting to the carbon substrate at the moment, which is going to prove a little bit of a problem. We've got some windows that we could put in to get the silicon. We're going to keep those. Got a console. That can go in there. Steel blocks. Probably trash the cargo box there. Okay. Just drop this in. These will take us to silicon heaven. So we're now trapped with the carbon substrate. Let me just see if I can get to there. Okay. Player. NCS inputs. Right. We got 4,000 carbon substrate. I'm just trying to work this out. You get 20 carbon substrate for 16 plant fiber and stone dust. So that's 5 to 100, 50 to 1,000. I think what we'll do is we'll make 100 of those. We got, I mean, there's stone dust is no problem. We got piles of this flame and stuff anyway. So, right, I think what I will do is we'll nickel that, and that can go in there. That gets me to 11,000. I think we could possibly get there, but it may involve a little bit of being creative. Right, I'm aware that I'm running out of time, but what we may be able to do is I think we've got the kind of as much of the carbon substrate as we could possibly get from there, but what I'm looking for is so we've got antennas and stuff here around these minor buildings. Yes, I know I'm outside the remote logistics. Antenna controller. There's a possibility I might be able to pull carbon substrate from these areas, but there is and because we've got this building here, we've also got the other kind of small unfinished escape rocket thingy here. Let me just see. This has got loads of antennas on it as well. So if we come into here, turn the thrusters off. Try and conserve a little bit of fuel. Right, if we be able to steal some fuel from here. 4418. Mercury forge container controller. I don't think there's any oxygen on here. Have a quick check. Because again, if we core it, use auxiliary core, we can look at that. Yeah, we've got no oxygen. We've got a couple of these thingies which we can empty. Again, there's keep your scrap at the moment. So we've got some motors and computers. Of course, the other thing we've got here is more thrusters. Take these. If you open up here, got lots of small thrusters in here. Take these out. Oops. Inventory full. Okay, we've got a bit of a problem now. I'm just going to very quickly skip back to the... I think we should be able to do it. We don't have to go all the way, we just got to get close enough to be able to unload into the main storage. Offload that, and that. Get back over here. That up. Of course, what I'm really after is all these antennas. Whoops, don't want that. Take you. Certainly take that and that. Keep the small generators as well. Right. And see what we can put into the workshop. Like that. I think I might dump one of the medium thruster in as well. Put that in first. That gets us to 12,152. That now wipes out everything. So now it will only accept stuff that's got carbon substrate in. I always thought antennas had carbon substrate. So now we got a problem because we got to find 4,000 carbon substrate. I think you finished with this now. Let's see if we can get back to the ship and see how much carbon substrate we've got. Okay, cancel that. Inputs. Right, we've got over 1,900 carbon substrate. How much do we need? We need about 6,000. I don't really want to drain all my wood. That's the problem. Let's have another look here. We still got 345. So I think we'll do another 10, 20 of those. We'll pick up the. Come to here. Put that in. Yeah, I think we can do it that way. Okay, just to review the situation, we need just over 2,500 carbon substrate. We've got the production time down to 1 second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for it in the sense of the carbon substrate. So what do we need? 10 is 200. I'm just going to go all out for this, and I'll be right back once I've made enough carbon substrate to be able to finish the ship off. But obviously it's going to be a little bit boring, so I'll be back once I've actually done what I need to do. Okay, welcome back. What I did do while I was actually making some carbon substrate is I actually found that the unfinished escape rocket had some more carbon substrate blocks, so I kind of had a bit of a hunt round to find them, and I think I've got them all out. And what that's done is it's now got this within spitting distance, so hopefully I don't really want to use all this up, so I'm just going to let's do it a quicker way. And there we are, and we'll start production. Ship's built. Let's cancel that. Now what we got to do is find somewhere to bring the ship in. Just to come in here. I need some food actually. Food and meds. Just have a pizza. And if I can find a space to spawn the ship in, ideally it's fairly close to this capital vessel. I think we should be okay here. Go to the top because it's always at the top. The Wayfarer. Spawn. Oops, I think I've just given this ship a bit of a nudge. And this is the Wayfarer. And just to give you an overview of what we got on board, you can see here we got 4 actual kind of blocks here. One's got 200,000 in it. We got an ammo box of 16k, and then we've got 4 boxes of 200k. We've got a bridge box of 8k, and then 2 fridges, a hangar fridge, and a Pentaxid tank. I'm pretty sure the ship's definitely got a warp drive in it. If it isn't, we can always put one in. Yeah, we've got a warp drive, we've got 4 turrets, and more importantly, we've got this nice big hangar deck which we can put the SVs in. And this is the reason why I was saying about actually putting the what we call it, the other ship on, docking it to this ship to make this the mothership in the short term. I've got no idea what the door is. I think this just goes outside. We got a passageway here. This is our med bay center. We got our fridge. I don't know if we got any radiation toilet. Then we got, this is the expansion areas here with evidence there. We got a place for a shield generator we could put in. Got an O2 station, but there's no oxygen. We need to switch on the main power, but there's no power at the moment, so I'll fix that off camera. This is the bridge. The bridge is really nice. And then I think this way, and what we've got in here, as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plots. This is why I was picking up the grow plots, because you can see here we've got these areas here, and I think, if I remember correctly, it's all these were the actual blocks that were also a big demand for some of that carbon composite. So what we can do is here just try and avoid falling down the hole, and you can just, oops, a daisy. We're just hooked to main storage again as usual, and of course we've got the grow plots here. Better pick that up, because it's going to cause a problem. And then what you can do is, or what I can do is get out of that rut first, and then we can go 1, 2, 3 there. I'm not exactly sure what the CPU is like at the moment. It's close, but it's not that close, because of course this is a starter ship. And again, if we look at the core systems. We've only got a basic CPU extender, so we could put another CPU extender on here to get it further. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. What I will do is get the farms up and running and operational so that we can get some crops growing in here. And of course, what that means is I've actually got two options now with respect to kind of growing food while I'm remodeling these ships. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.